Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. Today, I'm going to be fulfilling a Patron-requested review of Hilda and the Mountain King, based on the hit British cartoon. After Hilda has been turned into a troll, she learns to adapt to a new mountain world, all while she completes a series of tasks for a wise large troll called Trundle, who says that he will help her transform back into a human. Meanwhile, Joanna is now the carer of a humanized troll baby called Baba, thanks to this enchanted swab. Plus, the pompous Ahlberg is super determined to get into troll country to destroy every troll. Now, I will first say that the Hilda movie is very much just for fans of the show, and doesn't exactly fully work as a standalone film. Heck, it opens with the very definition of dropping the audience into the deep end. It's less of an original Netflix movie and more of a season 2 finale for Hilda's series. I only say this to keep people's expectations realistic, let people know what they're in for. Could it have easily just been a 4-part episode? Oh sure, but I would actually argue that this chapter is worthy of being a streaming event, because as a season finale, Hilda and the Mountain King is a fantastic bookend to a whole arc. One great thing about it is how it pays off 2 seasons worth of build-up. All the tension of Trollberg's relationship with the trolls that seasons 1 and 2 kept brewing finally blows up in this movie. It's like seeing a volcano erupt after watching it bubble up for ages. It's particularly engaging seeing how each character responds to this boiling point. Sure, most citizens are very welcoming towards Ahlberg's war on the trolls, because they've been swept up in anti-troll propaganda.
Now there's a man who's got the right idea. I do feel safer with an Ahlberg protecting us.
But Hilda's friend Frida and David don't share their xenophobia because they've seen what a real troll can be like, and the misinformation being fed to the public is clearly bogus to them, which leads to a rather positive portrayal of children's right to protest, especially for courses that affect their learning experience, because well, the propaganda is interfering with their class time. Heck, even Hilda's teacher endorses such activism.
Well, I'd love to hear what your teachers have to say about that.
Their teacher is very proud of them and would ask you to move along.
This is not to say that David and Frida are distracted from Hilda's situation, they're just out of the loop about it. Once they do know, they really prioritize helping Hilda, a quest that's not that simple when Trollberg security is suddenly increased, and magic rules make things quite complicated.
Troll magic. It's just, works differently.
The excitement of this plotline comes from wondering how in the world Hilda's friends can help. They've been pushed so far into the corner that their chance for success is maybe 1 in a million. As an audience, we desperately want these kids to figure a way out of their highly restricted limitations. Everything is against them, but they are determined to overcome the impossible, and that is great storytelling.
I was able to tap into its thoughts and kind of speak to it, mind to mind. If I can do that with a troll, then maybe it can help us find Hilda.
Heartbreakingly, things are a lot worse off for Hilda's mum Joanna. I have never seen her this distraught before. It's soul-crushing watching this loving mum feeling helpless, all while the safety of her daughter remains a mystery to her, and she involuntarily becomes the parent to someone else's baby. She doesn't hide her grief or stress over the situation. It's vividly shown through her design, animation, and voice acting, with Daisy Haggard giving some of her best voice performance work in the show.
No, open up! Give her back to me! Oh!
This is a mother struggling to keep it together. I mean, she even ends up losing her temper with Baba, which is shockingly out of character for her. She's that scared.
You stupid! Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shout.
Our hearts go out to her, and I can only imagine what real-life parents watching the film would feel. Weirdly enough, the scenes with Hilda are strangely relaxing compared to the tensions felt in Trollberg. Her plotline is far more slice of lifey in tone. Sure, at first Hilda is rightfully upset at her new troll mother Trilla.
You can talk now?
I could always talk. It's just that you understand me, now that you're a troll.
But once she comes to peace with the change, she's her usual Hilda self, as she embraces the benefits of trolldom. Hilda is already a very adventurous and physical girl who's been missing the countryside, so of course she enjoys how her body is now built for nature. She's in her element as a troll.
See? You're getting the hang of it already.
There's also a calming vibe to Hilda's tour of the mountain, as Trilla warmly introduces troll culture to her foster daughter, which in turn helps us as an audience develop clarity for what troll life is really like. It's so fascinating to track the differences and similarities between humans and trolls through this learning experience. They're like us in some ways, but also dramatically opposite too.
Apart from breakfast and not getting robbed, what do we do all day?
Well, the same as humans, I suppose. Whatever we want.
We don't do whatever we want. We have to go to school and have jobs and schedules.
You don't want to do those things.
Not really.
At the same time, we get to see things from Trilla's perspective. Yes, Trilla was the one who swapped her daughter with Hilda, but we learn that it came from a well-intentioned place, and she's happy to treat Hilda like her very own child in the meantime. Hilda gets to deservedly call out Trilla for the unfairness of everything, but I think it would be shallow to sum up Hilda's troll mother as some evil sorceress. She's just a caring mum, no less maternal than Joanna, who became desperate and did something reckless.
My daughter is a gentle soul. You've seen what it can be like out here. Turning to stone, the bells. This is no place for her at the best of times.
What I love the most though, is that unlike other environmental animated fables, the movie doesn't portray all of our outsider characters as perfect saints that all act in unison, like some kind of brain hive. Yes, the trolls are sympathetic victims of human fear and hate, but just like humans, they're all very different to each other. They have the free will to set themselves apart from their pack. They're all creatures with their very own beliefs, opinions, tastes, hobbies, motives and passions.
But I do have this. I know it's not much.
I think it's wonderful.
Some trolls just want peace in life, others angrily thirst for vengeance. Some trolls are laid-back folk, but many others are hostile in personality.
You see, I think she might have been... No, please, I don't...
This grey morality plays well into the enigma of Trundle, an imposingly huge troll who actually comes off as charming and wise. He sort of has grandpa vibes.
You may find this hard to understand, but there was a kindness in her magic. She won't allow any harm to come to you.
But there are red flags. Why are there so many anti-troll bells hanging from his cave? How come he's secluded from all the other trolls? Why do none of the other trolls ever mention his name? Something just isn't right. We want this guy to mean well because he seems like a gentle giant, and he might be Hilda's one chance to become human again. So a part of us clings to the faint hope that Hilda is doing the right thing.
That's the stuff. I feel like I could pull the horns of a forest giant.
However, the movie also expertly throws us off big time, because there's such a vagueness to Trundle's tasks, and coincidentally, the trolls have mentioned a character called the Mountain King, who we've never seen on screen. You'll end up wrestling between your pessimism and optimism, asking whether the title character is a hero or a villain. What isn't a mystery though, is Ahlberg, a plain and simple egotistical buffoon who is more frustrating than ever. I mean, he's at the height of his power trip fantasies here, so of course he's going to be at his most insufferable ever.
But if we can do this, Deputy Gerda, my name will go down in the annals of Trollberg history.
This is not a criticism though. Villains are often at their best when they're entertaining to despise, because there's an adrenaline to the anger, and we're given the incentive to care about said villain being beaten. Thanks to Ahlberg's brilliant writing, our blood is boiled up enough to make us wish for Ahlberg to crumble.
I'm telling you, put that thing down or I'll take it off you.
And render me defenseless? Good lord! They've bewitched you with their troll magic!
Now, I'm not going to spoil the finale, but it's an exciting climax that ties into the movie's consistent themes of motherly love and the complexity of environmental politics, all while our understanding of troll lore reveals its grand scope, with said revelation completely changing the way that we now look back on the show in general. I know that's a bold description for a cartoon finale, but it's true. I cannot prepare those who haven't seen this film for the reveal that this climax gives fans. You will spit out your British tea and do a double take. To conclude, Hilda and the Mountain King finds this liberal balance of being an exciting adventure and a relaxing fairy tale slice of life, while also expanding this world's troll culture more than the show ever did. Is it basically a long episode of Hilda? Well, yeah, pretty much, but it's a dang great one. If you'd like to make your own Patron-requested review, then head over to my Patreon today to learn more. I've been Jambareeqi. Feel free to like, subscribe and share. Cheerio, folks.